Hello, everyone watching me today. How interesting. I think I saw myself as a very playful person, yet goal-oriented and passionate about development, particularly in the field of education and digital development. The record at AREAi that I think I have is short to beat. I think I'm the pace setter. I set the record basically, but one I think I would like to beat, right, which I think it's not even possible again, is the fact that my principal, Prince Larry, is one of the youngest Chevin scholars in Nigeria, but I'm not sure I can beat that record again. It's not even possible to beat that particular record. Another record I think I probably would like to beat would be the longest serving member of AREAi, which I mean that's got to be not me. So apart from that, I think I set it over that record. Oh, I joined AREAi as a volunteer in 2019, right? It's quite interesting because the mains which I joined AREAi is quite, I think for me, is unique. So I reached out to the chief operating officer then, right? That wanted to volunteer with AREAi, and she was like, okay, right now we don't have any opportunities for people to volunteer with us, and you know, this and that. Then there was a day I saw a tweet on the AREAi page, and I reached out to Prince Gideon via Twitter DM directly that, okay, I would like to volunteer with AREAi, these are my skills, my expertise, and you know, I said, oh, great, you can come on board, right? And that was when I joined AREAi as a volunteer. Then I was managing communications, right? And it's been interesting that since 2019 till date, my role in AREAi has evolved over time, and I've enjoyed every process of it. So I joined as a volunteer in 2019. The funniest thing I've ever witnessed during a Zoom meeting. I mean, I can't remember, but there was a time I was on a program, the British Council Future Leaders Connect program. Right, at the same time, I was writing some applications for grad schools. So I would spend all night awake, right, writing essays and all of that. Then the morning, I would have to join the call for the British Council Future Leaders Connect program. Then there was a particular day that I was on the call, right, early in the morning, and we're into different breakout rooms. So I thought I'd mute my mic, but my mic was not mute actually. So I was telling Godwin that, make these people feel they don't talk now, I won't go sleep. And unfortunately, my mic was not muted, right? So everyone was like, Charles, are you there? I was like, Jesus. I mean, that was very embarrassing, but I think it was fun. I was able to, I mean, just turn the situation around, but it's not for them to feel weird or something. But yeah, I think that's it. Prince Gideon Larry, no other person comes close. Well, there are no things I could see on camera, but one of it, for example, is when he was planning proposal for his girlfriend, right? So because he does not want his girlfriend to know, right, he would sleep in the office overnight to make some arrangements. And I was like, Charles, mon plan surprise proposal for babe me. I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's a very typical example. So I mean, we've shared a lot of things, and you know, he has taken me beyond a co-worker, right, to be a brother and a friend, which I think I really admire that opportunity and privilege. Man, if I had the chance, by 30 I want to retire, to stop working and just be balling. But that's a joke. Yeah, I'm not 30 yet. I'm still looking at the third floor. I mean, up there. But I mean, it just depends basically on what I think retirement is, right? But I would still like, as long as I live, I also like to contribute my skills, knowledge, and expertise, right, to promote development or to achieve positive outcomes regardless of where I am. But official retirement from active work by 50, 55, I just want to live with my family, you know, and you know, be with my people basically. The coolest culture at AREAi is that, I mean, there are so many of them, but the one coming to my head right now is we get to operate 4 working days in a week, just like one of our partners there was. So right now we work Monday to Thursday, and we have weekend from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you know. I think that's cool, right? Not so many organizations in Nigeria does that, so I think that's really cool. All right, great. So one of the persons I've met at high DP that I still think about some of the times is a young boy. I wouldn't like to reveal his name, but he has fled from his community in the Northeast, right, because of insurgency. And so when we went there for a bit of an assessment, I asked him what would like to become in the future, and he said he wants to become a soldier. I was like, okay, interesting. Why don't you become a soldier? He said because he wants to be able to protect his family and community. And you know, I reflected on that experience. I realized that some way, right, our lived experiences, right, shapes or forms our perspective of our life. And for that young boy now, because he has seen the impact of insurgency, he felt the only way he can protect his community, his family, and becoming a soldier, because that's the closest he has seen. And that's why I think it's important for us to, take importance on things around us, right? Because directly or indirectly, they reinforces or they shape or motivate our frame of thought and, frame of references. So that's one word I think I remember most of the times from my encounter in IDP camps. What do I see for the future of AREAi, personally or organization-wide? Personally, right, I have a long-term engagement with AREAi, right? So I don't see myself at any point saying that I'm no longer with AREAi, right? In my present, physically or remotely from anywhere I am in the world, I'll still continue to support the work that we do because it's a vision that I believe in, right? So for AREAi, the next 5 years, AREAi will be that youth-led organization that is globally recognized, right, for promoting education and digital equity for children, particularly the last mile users, and I see us becoming one of that go-to organizations when you're looking for organizations working at the intersection of research, policy and practice, which I think is what we boast and pride ourselves in. So yeah, long term, I believe we're going to be the organization that's, advising global organizations, right, on how to transform education for last mile users, for, children in emergency context and, those from disadvantaged background, basically. So I think that from both perspectives, I'm seeing a great future. Interesting. So one holiday I would like to have in AREAi is the periods holiday, right, for our female colleagues, right, because sometimes I see how they go through pain sometimes when they're on the periods and they have to, do some tedious work, particularly when they're going on field. So I believe they deserve that kind of a holiday. To just take care of themselves and be comfortable at home. And interestingly, some work they do at those moments are things they could do from anywhere. So I think something I would like to see. It's a 3 days in a month holiday for them. So I think they deserve it. And well, I'm working on that currently. And before I leave at any point, something I would like to have in motion. Early bird, late comer, no, I'm not late comer, but I come to the office quite early, and but interestingly, I come early to disturb people. Then when they go home, I do my work, right? So, but that's not so true. I'm a peaceful person, right? That's banter. So yeah, early bird actually. I love it early, basically. Man, Adra, Godwin, Osama, that's my G. For a long time. He has been consistent with that, right? And I missed him so much. He's in the UK now, doing his master's degree at AREAi University. So I really missed him so much. He's that go-together. I know that at any point in time, we're going to have serious talks, bands, whine each other, and just have a good time, basically. Some people say that the first impression matters. Yeah, I agree, but I believe the lasting impression actually matters than the first impression, right? The first impression might be influenced by so many things, but the first day at work, just observe, basically. Look at the environment, read the environment, look at people, observe them. You might not get to know so much in that first day, but you can still learn a number of things in your first day. So just observe, basically, and I think you'll be good to go. I think so. I have swags. I like to think so. I'm cool. I like trouble though, but I think so, really. It's quite relative, but I think a 12-year-old will still look up to me and say, oh, I'm proud of you, man, which I think, yeah, it's cool. If given the chance to start my life over, would I take it? No. I think my experience over the last 20 years plus, right, has been significant. I don't want to lose any part of it, right? I've had it good, sometimes not so good, but I've enjoyed every process, and God has been faithful, right? I think for everything I've gone through in life, they have been the right thing for me to go through as orchestrated by God, right? So I don't think I would want to go back again to probably could change anything or, go reflect anything different. So I think I'm not going to take that chance. I like this life I'm living right now. I know I have a great future. The part of the church is a shining light, right? So I'm excited to see what's next for me.